411 Mania, the Info Mania. If you want to be manic about your knowledge, you go to 411.
Man, it's probably the best thing since sliced bread.
You want to call Tech 9? You're watching 411mania.com.
What up? This is Frame. And right now you're tuned into 411mania.com.
Check it out. It's me, Evie, Evidence of Dilated Peoples, live and direct. 411mania.com. Working the angle sharp and precise. My second official solo release. I've done other solo stuff as well, like the Layover EP, the I Don't Need Love EP, mixtapes and what have you, but it's my second official record. I'm going to drop on Rhymesayers, label out of Minneapolis, and I'm part of Dilated Peoples. That's my crew. This is not like a departure from the group of any sort. It's more just an avenue for me to be creative and do stuff in the time between our last and our next album. Pretty good as far as I saw. I haven't been reading all the press because when you get a good one, you feel like you owe somebody something, and when you get a bad one, you want to jump off of the bridge. So I've just kind of been engaging at Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And, my immediate fans, the ones that I've been in contact with, while I've been building this up, through shows or the net or whatever, all seem to be pretty happy. So that's a good gauge for me, I think. I wouldn't say it's a sequel, but I would say it's definitely, made with the same blueprint. Maybe the architecture of the building's a little bit different, but foundation's still the same. Because I'm a Mason. Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. No. I mean, buildings don't have 13 floors. There's no 13th Street in my neighborhood. A number that's always either praised or viewed as being a curse. And I just thought it'd be cool to leave it out, especially because song 14 to be continued. The first line is the 13th floor was missing in the towers. So I kind of thought it'd be cool to leave 13 out and then 14 kind of talks about the directive. I did more than one and just one made it. It's hard when you have friends like Alchemist and Babu and Amir and all these people around you, Sidram, just to say, well, because I make these, they have to go on there, and I just felt like there was one that really sat well with all these other high-class producers. Not because the other ones I did weren't good, they just didn't seem to fit as well as that one did. So I put my ego aside and just kept one. But, yeah, next time I would like to do more. I'm going to make a conscious effort to do that. If I have something to say, you're laughing. But, like if I was to just do one thing in the morning, like pick up the pen and the pad or go straight to my iPhone and start typing or go dig through some records and try to come up with a beat, it would be a beat. Well, it's, and I don't fault anybody for what I'm about to say, but there's some people who are really focused on everything you're doing, and there's other people who kind of come around when it hits them, and I'm not mad at either. Of course, I'd appreciate the first one more, but the other way is not bad either. So, like, if you've been riding out with me or checking what I've been doing, this Layover EP came out in 2008, 2009, and then I Don't Need Love EP came, and the layover mixtape with DJ Ski. And there's a lot of stuff I've been doing for the people who have been really like checking Twitter, so to speak. You know what I mean? But for the others who don't, and I'm not mad at them, I appreciate them as well. I could see how you could view it as that, or they could view it as that. But I've been pretty active. It's just, I got with a new label, and there's other people on the label. It's not just me, and we locked this time in to really go hard, and it seems to be paying off. Because it gets cold in Minneapolis, and they really have nothing else to do but work rap. I think they'd rather be in the office where it's warm and nice televisions and shit, versus trying to go to the club at negative degrees with the wind chill factor included. So I would rather them be going late working on my project than someone's label in Hollywood where 5 o'clock. I'm tempted to leave that off. Major label, you get money up front, and you never see anything after that. An independent label, you get nothing up front, and you never see anything after. Yeah, that rhymes sorry. Because his name is Alchemist. Because we did school to make music, and we're just doing like a grown-up adolescent version of that. Yeah. No date promises, but soon. Years of just being on the same team, having the same players. It's nice when you don't keep rotating, trying to figure out new people. It sets you back. So we might be working on some old equipment, but we know it very well. Yeah, that was the plan, but it's just we weren't really allowed to do it under our contract with Capital as easily as we thought. So we kind of just waited it out till the deal was over. Um, it'll always have a place. It might become more and more novelty, but CD could become like vinyl is now. Getting there. I mean, all it takes is it's not really, it's all based on money. That's all it is. Just some higher power says that BMWs don't come with CD players anymore. And here goes CDs. It's like other things dictate that. It's not just us. We little guys, we little people down here. Those big guys up there dictating that. So, that's how it's going to go, then that's how it's going to go. But people will always want music, so that'll happen. And, there'll be a handful of artists, not a lot, but there'll be a handful where people know that there's a bigger picture, and that is that artist is available and cares about fans type artist. I don't know who, some know who they are, some don't. But that means that if you buy a CD, that means you probably go to a concert, and that means that this person always is in line before the shows. So that means that your chances of getting the CD signed are greater. And, it's like you want the retail because you know that it's going to lead to something else. So I think there's a handful of artists that will always sell that kind of stuff, even if it's viewed more as merch than it is the means of playing the music. Yeah, throughout the years we have. I stand by all the dilated artwork. I think we did a good job, and solo stuff I think is follows suit. I mean, I've never had like the extra shit, but yeah, as far as like just being simple and quality, I just finished tour with Atmosphere. That was about a month and a half. And I did Rock the Bells in between that in New York, and now I have release party coming up Thursday night, in Vegas on Friday with Don Kennedy, and then Saturday I fly to South America. I dilated for a show, and then I'm back home. I'm just booked that Got You Still Christmas tour. To be really dope on the West Coast, and I'm going to Europe with Rhymesters, the whole Rhymesters, well not the whole, but majority of the label, from Brother Ali to Atmosphere to Greaves and Budo to everybody in November. So literally like from 1 week away from just being booked all the way to January, which is a great feeling. And hopefully, if all goes well, my first solo headlining U.S. tour will come at the turn of the new year.